People who work with a computer all day long usually have problems with their wrist, and a pad can make a difference. My sister-in-law asked me for this project, I don't even know when, so long ago. It was on my list, but I don't know, it went down on my list. So let's do it. And the good thing about this is that you can fill it in with anything really. You can fill it in with little pieces of foam or maybe sand or even rice if you want to use it as well as a muscle pain reliever. This is really an easy project because you can make just a rectangle of fabric, a little long cushion to rest your wrist on. But let's do it a bit fancier. Let's make a cat-shaped one. She has cats, and I found these pieces of black velvet that I think are going to look really cute. So I'm going to trace a rectangle of 60 by 10 centimeters. Why so long? Because that way, because I'm going to make a little head and paws, they won't bother you while working. And then 10 centimeters before the end of our rectangle, I'm going to just open and trace the paws so it looks a bit more organic and nicer. And then on the other side, the paws and the tail. And on the other side, I'm going to do the same, plus the tail, which I first made it a bit wriggly, and then I realized it wasn't necessary. It would have been a bit of a fuss to sew it, so I just trace it again a bit more straight. And then with any type of circle thing we have around, a pot, a pencil holder, anything, we're going to trace half of it for the head and then go up and make the ears. Of course, don't get stressed out about measurements, just trace around and be confident about what you see. For example, I saw that my head looked a bit weird, so I opened it a little bit. Just trust in yourself. And now I'm going to do 2 layers. I'm going to add a bit of this thick fabric I have. It's like, it's foamy. It's like it's made for covers and things like that. Some people have told me they look really nice, and it's a pity that I'm using them for cushions, for the inside of cushions, but I haven't got any other use for them. So they are good because you don't notice the inside that much. It makes it really soft and comfy. So I'm going to do this and then place the velvet on top, which I haven't got much, so I have to be clever about this, and then the pattern, all with pins. If you like sewing and personalizing your clothes and your surroundings, this is your channel. Consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it, and that way you don't miss anything because I upload twice a week. And make sure how you place them later when adding the second layer, because they are different. One side has the tail and you don't want to end up with the same one to the same side. After cutting the excess fabric, I just turn it right sides out, and then I help myself with the scissors, close of course, so I could then fill it in. I use pieces of fabric I had around, so it was nice and squishy, and I didn't feel it a lot, so it was comfortable when using. And now this, I'm going to sew just pulling in the velvet and sew it. You can sew it with a straight stitch or with a zigzag stitch if you're not too sure. The good thing about velvet is that you won't see anything. If it were a different color, maybe, well, the black one is discreet, of course, but you won't see it, don't worry. I had a brush, I don't know where it is. I can't find it. So, this is looking quite good. I have the body on one side with the tail and everything, and then I have the head. And of course, I was going to sew it together and make some whiskers or put some eyes on it, like buttons or things like that, but I'm not going to, because I just thought that some people made another cushion to work with your mouse, and I thought this can be that one, so I'm going just to put some Velcro so she can attach it or unattach it when she needs it. So this is it. I think it looks cute. You can't really see it because it's so black. And I love the detachable head. I never thought of that. It's funny how you're doing something and all of a sudden something clicks. I've seen the keyboard pad and then the mouse pad, but I never thought I could do it like this. I think it's really fun and useful. So if you like this kind of content, consider subscribing. I'm going to leave you here a link to all the cushions I've made, because my goodness, you can make cushions for different things. And don't forget to subscribe.